How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Turbulence from Streamline. So this is a brand new release from MVP, Axiom, Streamline that is very unique in that, let me see if the light will hit it right. You can kind of see right here, we have what they're calling glide reduction flight plate. So essentially, this is the technology we've seen in the Berg from Casaplast, the Range from Streamline, and now in the Turbulence. So essentially what this is an overstable fairway driver that has this ring around it that goes down, making the flight plate dip into it. It provides a very comfortable hand feel, in my opinion. Most of the time, your grip is so far in that you don't really notice it. And so it makes it feel like what people are always searching for, which is that flat profile, overstable fairway driver. Big thing back when I first got into disc golf was the FAF Firebirds. Some people thought it stood for something else. I always called it flat and firm, and that's exactly what these feel like. Just board flat, nice, overstable. Now, one thing I was very curious to see as I started to throw it was, will the glide reduction actually show up? So the first thing I did is just release this thing out there on some backhand hyzers, and what I noticed is it flew very true to just your typical overstable fairway driver. It didn't have any want to pop up. It just held true to the angle, dove down to the ground. It flew phenomenal on that. As I started to mess around with a few different release angles, the one that I really wanted to take note of was when I really laid into it hard on anhyzer, it still fought out of it, relatively quickly. This disc is no joke. It is very overstable, but it's very usably overstable. To be honest with you, it just flies like a good overstable fairway driver. The more I threw it, I tried throwing it some flat backhand. I threw on some softer anhyzer backhands. I threw it some forehand. And the more I would throw this disc, the more I realized that I'd never really noticed the glide reduction with it. And I started to have the thought that I'm wondering if the glide reduction profile is working, but it's working on the mold. So I'm wondering if this mold was flat top and didn't have the glide reduction, if it would be more like a T-Bird or a disc like that where it is overstable, but it has a little bit more glide, and if the glide reduction is just making it be a little bit more Firebird-esque, and that's what we're seeing. And so that's why when we're comparing it across the grand scheme of all discs, I don't really notice the glide reduction versus maybe it's only applying to this mold. But what we do have here, while we don't necessarily have something that might be game-changing or revolutionary in the sense of flight, I do think we have something that's very exciting in the sense of feel, because what this is able to produce is, again, a board flat, very comfortable in the hand, feeling overstable fairway, which I think for a lot of you, especially overhand players and forehand dominant players, that's a very exciting thing. You have a very comfortable in the hand disc here that's going to give you the nice overstable flight you want. You can trust it on anhyzer. It's going to fight out. It's not going to pop up out of hyzers. It's really comfortable forehand. So I think they've really knocked it out of the park with this disc. It wasn't quite as game-changing as I thought with the glide reduction profile. I was really hoping to see something pretty drastic out there, but at the end of the day, it's just a really good overstable fairway driver. So the new Turbulence from Streamline, I highly recommend you check it out. Like I said, I think it's very unique in feel, not super unique in flight, but when you combine the feel and flight, you have quite a beautiful disc. So I definitely recommend it. Great time.